Well, this is the main event for tonight's program, ladies and gentlemen.
Here comes the unlikely team of Brian Costello, Nick the Animal Monahan, and I do believe the Ripper.
Well, Brian Costello and Ripper have had, some dealings in the past. They do know each other very well. And I'd say in experience, they're probably nearly equal to the Bounty Hunters. The question is, Nick the Animal Monahan, even with a new attitude, can't hardly match the experience and know-how of Axe.
Nick Monahan definitely the wild card in this.
And this six-man team loses a lot of weight against the Bounty Hunters and Axe.
That's a good point.
And they're coming out to the Demolition music.
And why not, right?
Well, the Bounty Hunters are going into this match with a huge advantage. They've already won one match tonight. They're the new tag team champions. They've got Axe by their side, and now using the original Demolition music, they've got to be going into this just plain charged.
Certainly seems that way.
They're like a couple of mules that just found a fresh patch of clover.
I'll take your word on that one, Joe Alberts. Axe trying to please the fans here. Don't know if I understand that or not, or even condone it.
Yeah, really, they should be jeering him right now because he's about to beat up on their hometown hero.
Well, I don't know if I'd call the Animal a hometown hero or not.
Well, he was about 10 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's joined the bad guys. He's joined Al Costello and...
Did the announcer just say this match was gonna get ugly? With Axe and the Bounty Hunters, it's done been ugly.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
And calling for the bell, this match has begun. And Nick the Animal is actually, well, he was going to start.
No, I can't see him starting against Acts of Demolition.
Now, 10 minutes ago, these two men right here, Nick the Animal and Brian Costello, were wrestling a match against each other. The Animal tagging out like that so quick, not wanting to face Axe, that can't sit well with the Crippler.
Axe tagging out just as quickly.
Well,
looks like, what, Johnny Lawless in the ring now. And the Animal's back in.
Well, I'd really like to see Brian and his family over there win, but with the cohesion they're showing right now, even I have to admit it looks like Axe and his partners are going to come through on this match.
And that's your prediction.
Then again, we still don't know what else the Ripper has left in those pockets of his either.
Starting swift here. Well, a vicious, what you might call a Pier 6 brawl on the floor here. Between, who is it, Johnny Lawless and the Animal, Nick Monahan.
Sure, Oklahoma. Yeah, Pier 6 brawl, right.
I've always wanted to say that. Anyway, back in the ring now.
Johnny B. Lawless almost ripping the shirt off of Nick's back. Pushes him right into his own corner and tags in his partner Axe.
You have to wonder how Axe works into this equation. I mean, I realize that the Bounty Hunters are a cohesive unit, but makes you wonder if they can work with Axe or not. or vice versa.
Well, Axe has got a ton of experience. Demolition was not the only tag team or the only gimmick that Axe played. He has been around so long and tagged up with so many people, I think it should be second nature to him right now.
Oh, maybe. Time will tell, I suppose. Right now he's got the Animal in a chin lock. Might be right, tagging out to J.J. Lawless here.
Yes,
Ouch.
J.J. Lawless laying Nick low with a couple of chops.
What a chop it was. Going for a suplex here, perhaps. Sure enough.
Well, Nick's going to have to figure out a way to say the buck stops here. If he wants any chance of winning this match, he's going to have to turn it around or make a tag.
Nick Monahan is considerably smaller than all three of these opponents here. They aren't letting him tag out either. They're keeping him in there. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. They're putting him in his own corner.
And now Brian Costello stepping into the ring. Now things could get a little interesting. These two men have the past together. They've wrestled before. A tag team championship match coming up for Demolition Axe. Now Johnny B. Lawless stepping back into the ring. Doing a two-step on Brian's midsection. Couple of elbows across the shoulder blades.
J.J. Lawless tagged back in.
Well, here's where we see that tag team cohesion. The Bounty Hunters, you know, whatever I have to say about them, I don't like them, but I cannot deny their tag team acumen. Quick tags, double team maneuvers.
Brian Costello having a hard time with the team of the
And if he and Ripper and Nick the Animal cannot come up with some kind of plan here, the Bounty Hunters are going to bring their man to justice. But a thumb to the eye is a good way to start.
Now Brian Costello's friend the Ripper and a Hangman's neckbreaker and a beauty.
Looks like Ripper's got that chain again. See, I told you. There's a great equalizer in every single one of the Ripper's pockets right now. I guarantee you that.
That could be. Look at this, all men brawling now.
Axe and Brian Costello outside the ring. Axe has grabbed a chair. The Bounty Hunters have Nick and the Ripper in the ring. Ripper goes out.
Look at this. Well, now that both the Bounty Hunters double teaming the Animal, this does not bode well for the younger. Well, sorry we missed that action, but
That was a double power bomb, my friends.
should have been an easy pinfall, but
And Nick the Animal is counted out. Nick the Animal has been pinned. A very lackadaisical pin by Johnny B. Lawless.
lackadaisical. Good word.
But Nick Monahan was, for a moment there, was just playing out of breath. His head careened off the mat. That double power bomb, and this match is over.
A fitting in for a great night of wrestling here.
Well, I wouldn't say it was fitting, but even I have to understand that with Axe and the Bounty Hunters on the other side of that ring, the chances of the other guys coming out on top were slim. But now Axe is looking forward to a tag team championship match against Costello. And the Bounty Hunters, well, 9 times and current tag team champions. They've been there, done that, and who's next on the agenda?